Hey beauties, it's Winnie here again in another video. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be learning how to make a shirred or smoked dress with a tiered layer. This layer is about 6 layers and it is very easy to make and beginner friendly. If this is what you would like to learn, definitely keep on watching. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I upload a new tutorial. Without too much talking, let's get to the honey of the video. Let's go. I love you. Hey beauty, welcome to my channel. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be using a chiffon fabric. I used 2 yards of chiffon in white and I also used 2 yards of chiffon in black. You can use any material or fabric of your choice, is your call. Okay, so the first thing I did was to fold it into 4 places because we're going to be cutting the front and back together. All right, and then I went ahead to measure out the length of the dress. Don't forget, this cloth is not for me, it's for a client and it's on a small size. All right, so maybe if you are on a bigger side you might be needing more yards of fabric. So I went ahead to measure the length, then I marked out the sleeve. You know, you're going to take your measurement from the nape of your shoulder down to where you want your sleeve to stop, because this is a dormer sleeve. So once I was done doing that, actually I did not measure that on my client. So what I did was to measure my shoulder measurement. I went ahead to measure my sleeve length, then I came down by the amount of space that I wanted to leave at the sleeve side. Then I went ahead to mark my bust measurement divided by 2. I added extra 2 inches for extra 5 inches for the smoking and extra 2 inches for allowance. All right, then I went ahead to connect that. I believe most of us know how to create a dormer sleeve. So once that was done, I went ahead to measure the half length where my half length stops. So I marked that out, and then I measured my waist measurement divided by 4, which is the circumference. So after getting my waist measurement divided by 4, I chalked that out, and then I added extra 7 inches to that. 5 inches for the free allowance for smoking and extra 2 inches allowance. Then I measured where my hip line stopped, and then I went ahead to divide my hip into 4. So whatever I got there, I marked it out, and I also added about 7 inches to that. All right, we are adding this allowance because we are going to be smoking this dress and we don't want it to be smaller when we are done smoking. So whatever you have on the hip is also what you measure on the hem line. You are not going to deduct anything because we don't want it to be too tight by the time the person wants to wear it. So after doing that, I went ahead to connect all my points, and then I am going to cut it out. Don't forget, we already folded this into 4, so we are cutting the front and back together. It's as simple and easy as that. All you need to do is to get your measurements correctly. All right, just measure your clients correctly, and then you are just going to get the exact thing that I am getting here. So I went ahead to cut through the hip, the waistline, the bust line, and then the sleeves. So the next thing I am to do now is to work on my shoulder. So because our shoulder is not straight, we are going to be working on our shoulder slope. But first I took my neck width of 3 inches and my neck depth of 1 inch. That is for the back neckline. And then on the other side I took a shoulder slope of about 1.5 inch. So I'm just going to connect that and then cut it out. So my hand could not cut it from where I was standing, so I asked my student to cut it out for me. So that is what she's doing now. If you are new to my channel, you are welcome. On here we do everything DIY on fashion and you don't want to miss out, so please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I upload a new video. Thank you. So now we've gone ahead to cut out the shoulder slope, and I went ahead to cut the neckline that I created for the back. So now I'm going to be separating the back from the front, all right, because the front neckline is supposed to be deeper. All right, so once I took out the back, so we are left with the front now. So we are going to measure how deep you want your front to be. On here I used about 6.5 inches because this person does not want our bust to be exposed, but later on I extended it to 7 inches. You can do 8 inches, 9 inches, depending on your preference. If you don't want your bust to show, 7 inches is enough. So once that was done, I went ahead to mark where my under bust was, and that is where it is. So from the under bust, you are just going to mark half inches all the way down. This half inch is to guide you on where you are going to sew on by the time you start smoking your dress. So I measured half inch all the way down, and then I am ruling it all the way down. So don't rush. This style does not need rushing. You have to be really patient. Rule your lines. Don't just pretend that I've been sewing for long, I can sew my line straight. You will be shocked that by the time you are sewing from one end, it will just go and join on the other end, and you have to lose and start again. And trust me, this smoking is not easy to lose at all. It's not really even easy to lose. So take your time, mark your half inch from the beginning to the end, and draw out your line gingerly, so that by the time you start sewing, it's going to be easy for you and you won't need to lose anything. So extend your lines and also do the same to the back panel of this dress. You are going to mark where the under bust is, and then from the under bust you are just going to mark your half inch all the way down. We are doing this because this fabric, the smoke, starts from the under bust. So if you want to do a full dress with smoking, you don't need to do all of that. So now working on the down part. For the down part, we are going to be doing some calculations, all right? So now the hip measurement is 33 inches. You divide that by 4. Whatever you get, you are going to add 5 inches to that. So I got about 8.25 plus 5 inches, that was 13.25. So 13.25, you are going to multiply that by 4, which is going to give me 53 inches. So that 53 inches, you are also going to divide it by 2, so it gave me 26.5 inches. So your lining, you are just going to be folding it straight. So you fold your lining into 2, and then you are going to measure out a width of 26.5 inches. That would be for the width of the lining. I don't want this lining to have any cut on the side. I want it to just go round, so it will just have one side cut, just one side cut. So that is where we are going to join it. So now this is my lining. Now I folded it into 2, and I'm going to be measuring the 26.5. Don't be confused. By the time you fold it into 2 and you measure your 26.5, when you open it up, you are still going to get your 53 inches. All right, so whatever you have on your own hip, when you calculate it, is what you are going to use to cut the lining. So for the length, you are just going to take out the half gown length that we did for the white, and then you are going to measure out where the full length. You just take it up and then measure the full length. Whatever you have, add your sewing allowance, and also deduct 4 inches from that lining. But I think deducting the 4 inches is not necessary, because my cloth was meant to be about 7 layers, but by the time I joined the 6th layer, the lining at the down part was already small, so I could not add the 7th layer. So I think you shouldn't deduct from 4 inches from the length of the lining. All right, so now the next thing we are working on is to mark out the width of the ruffles that we are going to be adding. So the full length of the gown is 54 inches minus the half gown length, which is 34 inches. Whatever you get, you divide that by the number of layers that you have. So I had about 20 inches here, and then I divided that by 7, so it gave me 3. And I also added extra 2 inches allowance to that for sewing at the top and for hemming and for all what have you. So I ended up sewing cutting out 5 inches. So I'm going to be cutting out strips of 5 inches for all the layers. Make sure that you align your fabric properly and measure out a width of 5 inches. For the length of the ruffles, you should know that it's going to be gathered, all right, so make it as long as possible. For this my own now, I used about 2 yards and I measured it at the last 2 yards. I was just cutting it, and then I ended up joining two together. After cutting the length of that 2 yards, I still had to join two together to achieve one of the ruffles. I hope you understand what I am saying. So make sure that you have enough fabric. If you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out anytime we upload DIYs on sewing and what have you. Everything fashion, we do it on here. Fashion DIYs, we do it on here. So you don't want to miss all our next tutorials and the trending gist that I share on here on this channel. So do well to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss it at all. You know that I love you and I care. So I'm cutting out the white part now. I just want the white to be at the middle of the black ruffles, just as you've seen in the video that I showed you earlier. So I'm going ahead to cut everything out now. So you have to take your time, be slow and steady, wins the race. You know, just slowly take your time and do everything accordingly. So once I was done, I went ahead to take my lighter to just light up the edges. You know, it's a chiffon fabric, so it's going to be framed, but this lighter was burning my hand. Like seriously, I just ran out to buy candle, so I lighted my candle and then I was just, you know, using my light to make sure that it doesn't fray. If you have a serger, you can also use a serger to serge it. So we've gone ahead to gather every piece, as you can see. So now we are going to be taking our lining and then we are going to be placing our first layer on top of the lining. So I went ahead to place my first layer on top of the lining like so. It might be somehow small, but don't worry, you'll be able to work with it very well. So by the time I placed my first layer on it, I made sure that I deducted 1.5 inches from the inside so that I can place my second layer on it. I'm deducting this 1.5 inches because I want the second layer to enter inside very well so that it can cover so that the first layer can cover the rough edge. All right, so I'm just measuring out the length now, and then I'm going to be deducting the 1.5 inches. That's it that I've marked out. So I'm going to place my second layer inside of it like that. All right, but I'm going to be sewing it from the other side so that it's going to close up by the time I sew. We've done something like this on this tutorial. I'm going to drop the link in this video right now so that you can see how I'm going to sew all the layers so that it can cover up later. So see how I place the second layer. You can see that it's covering the first layer is covering the second layer. So that is how it should be. If it doesn't cover properly, your dress is going to be looking very, very funny, and you don't want people to be laughing that who made this your clothes for you. So make sure that you take your time to do it. So now for the smoking thread, as you can see, I'm using my hand to reel it inside the reeler. So don't use the normal way that we always reel our thread. Just use your hand to reel it, and make sure that you don't pull it. Don't pull as you reel. So this is quite fragile and it has a way of doing its own thing. So make sure that you don't pull it. Reel it gently as with your hand, and this is a normal thread, so the normal thread will be at the top of the machine while the smoking thread will be at the down part. So before putting your smoking thread to the shuttle, make sure that you loosen the the screw that is at the sides of the shuttle. Make sure that the smoking thread is passing easily, is not struggling to pass, so that you can get your desired smoke. So we've gone ahead to smoke it. Don't be scared that it looks small like this. How is it going to enter the person? Maybe it's elastic now, it's going to definitely enter the person. So I've gone ahead to join the shoulders, and then I went ahead to use my bias to tape the neckline. And this is my ruffled part. As you can see, we've placed all the ruffles. You see the way I stitched it from the back, so it was covering up. So I just went ahead to join the sides of my smoke dress with about ½ inch from the sleeve side, and then so I'm going to be attaching my ruffles right now. So I'm just cutting away the excess. So I'm just cutting out the babies that were poke nose and then I'm going to be joining my ruffle from one side, the one side that I stitched at the sides. I'm just going to be joining my ruffles, and you are meant to pull as you sew so that it doesn't become small. Pull the smoked part of the dress very well and sew it all around it, and then you are going to just stitch it on one side just like that, and then we are done with this dress. See how beautiful this dress looked. I gave it a very good ironing, and this was the final look. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a like, share my videos, and don't forget to meet me in my next tutorial. Till I see you in another video, I want you to know that I love you and I care. Bye. Papa.